Everyone, this is the Bearded Zeno. You see, I moved my review station a little bit, just to try something new. Wanted to add some shelf space over here for my other Hot Toys, so, whatever. This is going to be a review of Hawkeye. The Hot Toys Hawkeye, 1/6 scale collectible figure. It's been a while since I got this one. It's probably been a month. Over a month, probably. Yeah, it probably has, I think so, actually. Since I got this, and I just haven't reviewed it yet, because this, well, you'll see. But yeah, this is the packaging. It's the exact same as the Captain America, but with Hawkeye colors and Hawkeye's face on it. Hawkeye symbol, yada yada yada. Purple. I like purple, but it's a slip cover. I'm not really a big fan of slip covers. I prefer the shoebox, if I'm honest. But yeah, let's get on to the figure. Alright, here's the figure. Now, hopefully the lighting is not messing up with this. Like I said, the first time I'm trying this because I want to give myself more space. But yeah, this, as you can kind of tell, I've just got him in kind of this pose like this, and that's the way I posed him when I got the figure. Just spoiler alert, this figure is kind of a boring figure. I don't know what to do with it. I really don't. This is the best pose that I could come up with. Because generally you kind of want him in like an action pose or something like that, dealing with Zeros. And that's just a little hard to do. Because it's just going to look kind of awkward. Like his hands are going to be doing what they need to be doing, but his feet aren't going to be because of the boots. So let's go ahead and scroll down here. There we go. Alright, the boots. They are hard sculpted. You are not going to get any articulation out of this whatsoever. Hang on to me. There we go. Yeah, hard sculpt, not getting any articulation out of this whatsoever. I mean, it is rock hard. Has a magnet there for that, which we'll go to the accessories here in just a second. But yeah, this is the big factor for this figure not really being great for me. That and what's the legs, I guess you could say. You don't get too much of a range out of this because this does limit a little bit. His pants are very tight. So I mean, like, that's like the best range that you can get. Which, if I zoom out here a little bit, you're gonna see it looks pretty awkward. So yeah, that's not good. Hey, my dog's barking. Wonderful. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the accessories real quick. Alright, as for his accessories, he does come with a lot. Well, you perceive it as a lot when you open up the box, because there's not much empty space. But it all kind of goes with each other and kind of collapses. Well, the big thing is all the arrows. I'm just going to go ahead and show you that right now. And that all inside of his quiver. As you can see, there is a shit ton of arrows in here. Only half of these have tips on them, as you can kind of see. But you have to individually put every single one of these in there. And I think I popped one out. No, okay, good. But yeah, you have to put every single one of these in there, and that is just a pain in the ass. But you have one smaller arrow right here too, which does have a tip on it as well. So I guess it's like his emergency arrow. But this just clips on his back. I'll show that here in a second. You get two bows. This is the one I had on him a while ago. This is the one that's extended, and it has the elastic string, which it's good for posing and stuff like that, I guess, if you want to do that. But yeah, as you can see, it is fairly large. Go ahead and put this back here. Here is the one that folds up. It doesn't have a string on it, but if you want to have it folded up in his hand, you can do that like he's running. And this one does extend out. So, there you go. I mean, I honestly don't know why it extends out other than just like, hey, look, it extends out, Because it really serves no purpose, because once it's extended out, it's actually less of an item than this one here, because this one has a string. This one should just been a static piece that's folded up, I think. Okay, let's go ahead and fold this back up. But it is very delicate, by the way, so you gotta be careful with this. So that's loose right there. So that's a bummer. Next piece, I guess we keep going with arrows. You get a bunch of these arrow tips right here. And you do have to individually put all these on. There are 2 layers in here. Let me see if I can split it open. Alright, you get all the weird arrows in this layer. And you get all the normal arrow tips in this layer. You see there's one normal tip left in there because I put one of the weird ones on the arrow that he is supposed to be holding. This one right here. Like, this is when I was thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pose him with this like he's firing it. But yeah, it was just a little too difficult for me to do, so I was like, nah, fuck it, I was reaching for the quiver. I mean, I'll probably mess around with it, try and take some pictures with him actually doing, you know, like the stretching back and doing it, because you could do it. It's the articulation's there. I was just kind of too lazy that day. But yeah, that's the extra arrow right there. So there you go. And further going on with his arrows, you get what everybody thought was the Wolverine claws in the trailer. And yeah, I don't see the purpose of this because I mean, it's nice that they added it because he had it in the movie, but I'm never going to use this. It's far too flimsy. Look, it bends way too easy. I'm scared they should break this. I mean, they packaged this with foam. I don't even see that. Where's the hand that would hold this? Maybe it's this? I don't know. I don't even see a hand that would hold it, honestly, which, you know, whatever. Whatever. It's, you know, it's an extra piece. Can't complain there. Of course, you get instructions with the Avengers logos and shit like that on it. That's nice. Some more arrows. These, oh, they have magnets. They want to connect to each other. That's not, no bueno. Which way does this go? Like this. Okay. So yeah, these are like the extra things. It's basically that extended thing, but unextended, and it clips onto his boots. I'm just going to go ahead and do that right now. You saw that earlier, but I'm just going to put it back on there. So there you go. That's where that goes. Of course, you got to have Hawkeye shades. He looks good with or without them. I'll show you here in a second. Next up, we have hand pegs. You know, boring. Every figure should come with hand pegs. I mean, honestly, I think every hand should come with hand pegs like Sideshow does. That's the one thing that Sideshow does really well, I think. And he only has 6 hands. Only 4 are off the figure right now. You have this gripping hand. I guess this is for like the string. Maybe that's for the big... It doesn't look like it's big enough to grip the extendo things. This... I don't know. I don't know what this is for. I have to mess around with it, but it looks like it's for gripping the string, maybe. Yeah, all these hands are kind of weird. This one, just a relaxed hand. And this one, just a relaxed hand. So those are just kind of like, oh, hey, you normal hands. Now when I got on the figure, as you can see, we got the pointing hand, which can hold an arrow. I'll just bring it down here. It can hold an arrow. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. Let me find that extra arrow real quick. Where did he go? There it is. All you do is just stick it in there, and he can hold it. It's got a little special indentation back there in the finger where you just stick the arrow, which is really cool. I like that a lot. It also works for, you know, like pointing and everything. Like, hey, you know, go over there. And of course, you got a gripping hand for his bow over here. So that's probably just going to permanently stay on the figure because why not? Alright, gonna go handheld for this right here, just to show you the figure overall. And it looks very nice. They got the costume very, very accurate to the film. Let's go ahead and bring his head up. As you can see, the likeness to Jeremy Renner is there. I don't think it's 100%, but I just want to note this head is very, very loose. I mean, it's like whoop, 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 whoop. It's very, I mean, it sticks, you know, it stays in post, but it is very easy to move around. So, yeah, let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, there we go. I did it one-handed. Look at that. And there's Hawkeye with the shades. So I put my hand back here so it'll focus. There we go. Look at that. That looks great. But yeah. Yeah. So that's the best I could do. But yeah, the articulation, it's just a standard true top body. But there is one thing of note. Like I said, you know, it's very hindered down here, you know, with the feet and this dress. It's kind of stiff, and his pants are very stiff too. So you're not gonna get too much out of this guy. You're not gonna get too many crazy dynamic poses. The arms aren't limited at all. I mean, like double bend, you can double bend very far, which is nice. You're gonna need that to get to his quiver and everything. I mean, it's not, you know, hindered at all spinning it, which is nice, and it doesn't feel like you're gonna rip the material either. But the elbows, Or not the elbows, the shoulders. The shoulders. Ooh. I haven't seen this type of articulation in a figure since, I'm going to say, my first Hot Toys figure, which was the Captain America Star Spangled version. Let me just go ahead and show you that real quick. Right over there. That guy. That guy right there. Yeah, that was my first Hot Toys figure. And this shoulder articulation has always scared me. And it'll still scare me because of the way it locks. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed or not. Let me... Okay, yeah, here we go. Here we go. See it. I'm trying to force it. Yeah, this is no bueno. I'm just going to take him over here. Alright. As you can see, it's straight. And then, once you bend it, God, it's so difficult. Yeah, it really is difficult to get this thing to move. It like kind of locks in place. I know you can't hear it, but there we go. Yeah, you can get it to go far. You really can, but it just... It feels like you're gonna break the damn thing is what it feels like. So that's... I just don't like that type of articulation that it locks in place. I don't know if they did it because the outfit might kind of be elastic a little bit, and they're worried that it would pull it out of the pose or something like that. Because this does have a similar material to that Captain America, so maybe that's why they did it. I don't know, but that's actually kind of a good pose. But yeah, I just hate that it pops like that. That's just not good. I don't like that at all. I mean, you can take this jacket off too, by the way, if you want to do that. I don't, because it looks good. And like there's just like an undershirt under here, and it looks kind of weird without it. But another complaint that I have is these little gauntlets right here. They're just there, and then when you take the hands off, they pop off. So yeah, that's a bit of a weird thing, I guess. Whatever. All these little buckles are nicely done. They don't feel like they're going to break off or anything when you articulate it, which is nice. I don't know if it would focus. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. But yeah. It looks great overall, like I said. It's just, I don't like posing this guy. I mean, like, I've only met him for one day, but my experience that day, I'm just like, I'm just going to find a pose that I like, and I'm going to leave him on the shelf for a while. And it's just, I was that turned off by this figure that I didn't touch it again for a month. This is the first time I've touched it since the day I got it. So that should tell you something right there. I mean, there are only 2 Hawkeye figures on the market right now. This one and the first Avengers. And this is definitely the better of the 2. You know, because the double pin elbows and shit like that. But this isn't an outstanding figure, I don't think. I'm not going to say like, oh man, like you gotta have this. I mean, if you want a complete Avengers lineup, if you want a representation of one of the Avengers, you know, like if you want a representation of Hawkeye or a representation of Bruce Banner, you know, like if you gotta have one of each Avenger, then you gotta get this for sure. But I'm not going to say like this is, you know, like a Mark 43 or a Han Solo or, you know, like the Age of Ultron cap, you know, where it's like you gotta have that. I mean, look at these. Even the Winter Soldier over there, the Winter Soldier, that's a great figure. That is a great figure. You see, I'm running out of shelf space. I got a new shelf coming today. That Thor is a great figure. That is a great figure. Even that Bruce Banner right there is a great figure. Both of these up here are great figures. The Han Solo is a great figure, you know. And that Black Widow right there is amazing. But this one, I would say it's amazing. I mean, I definitely don't regret getting it. I'm not going to sell it or anything like that. I'm like, oh yeah, I got Hawkeye, that's cool. But I don't look at this figure like, oh man, I just want to keep reposing that because the figure's awesome. It looks great in every pose. Like, no, not really. This is just, I mean, it's Hawkeye anyways. So, unless Hawkeye's your favorite Avenger, which, I mean, I don't know too many people. Maybe after Age of Ultron he might be because that was kind of his movie. But Yeah, it's just not special. It's just not special, and that's the sad thing, you know. It's like I want all these Avenger ones to be special, and it just isn't. You know, it just isn't. Maybe it's just because I'm just not that connected to Hawkeye as a character. You know, I just don't like him. I mean, it's not like I hate him or anything. I'm just like, oh, it's Hawkeye. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, Iron Man or yeah, Captain America. You know, even like Hulk's like, fuck yeah, Hulk. This guy's like, yeah, it's just Hawkeye. He's got a bow and arrow. He can make some good quips, but, you know, that doesn't really help you in action figure form. So, yeah, do I recommend this? If you're a diehard Hawkeye fan, yeah, you definitely got to get it if you collect Hot Toys. If you want to complete an Avengers lineup, then, yeah, you got to get it. But otherwise, don't bother. Alright, just want to show how the quiver attaches on the back real quick. There is just a little hook that sits right into a little slot, and it goes whoop, and there you go. It's really easy. I like that a lot. But yeah, just leave you with this pose. You know, it's like everybody gets one pose. And yeah, just go ahead and back out here on the figure real quick. Let me just go ahead and turn this like that. But yeah, like I said, big Hawkeye fan, gotta get it. If you want to complete your Avengers lineup, you gotta get it. But otherwise, your $220 is better spent somewhere else. For sure. The Han Solo, like if you can track down that Han Solo, pick up that Han Solo because it's way better than this. Even like, you know, Captain America, way better. I mean, the Iron Man, I mean, all those are all sold out, but that money's better spent to picking one of those up, I think, because it's that great. These are, I mean, this Hawkeye, not that great, but you know, it's good, just not great. So yeah. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this Hawkeye figure. Let me know what you think about Hawkeye in general, and I'll see you in the next video.